तमोन्मिलितं येन तस्मै श्रीगुरवे नमः। श्रीचैतन्यमनोभीष्टं स्थापितं येन भूतले स्वयं रूपः कदा मह्यं ददाति स्वपदान्तिकं। वन्देऽहं श्रीगुरो श्रीयुतापदकमलं श्रीगुरुं वैष्णवांश्च श्रीरूपं साग्रजातं सहगण रघुनाथान्वितं तं सजीवं साद्वैतं सावधूतं परिजनसहितं कृष्ण चैतन्यदेवं श्रीराधा कृष्ण पादां सहगण ललिता श्रीविशाखान्वितं च। हे कृष्णा करुणा सिंधो दीनबंधो जगत्पते गोपेश गोपिका कांत राधा कांत नमोस्तुते। तत्पकांचन गौरांगी राधे वृंदावनेश्वरी वृषभानुसुते देवी प्रणमामि हरिप्रिये। वाञ्छाकल्पतरुभ्यश्च कृपा सिन्धुभ्य एव च पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः। जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासादि गौर भक्तवृंद। हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे। नमो विष्णुपादाय कृष्णपृष्ठाय भूतले श्रीमते भक्ति वेदांत स्वामी नामिने। नमस्ते सारस्वते देवे गौरवाणी प्रचारिणे निर्विशेष शून्यवादी पाश्चात्य देशतारिणे। हम लोग जो है everybody you have books with you? Okay, fine. Thank you. आगे आ सकते हो अगर you keep the books in lab because Bhagavad Gita is such a book that the knowledge is given by the Supreme Lord. So it is a matter of respect, isn't it? It is a matter of respect. Respect. Yeah. So we are in the 6th chapter, that is called Dhyan Yoga, and we last time we discussed up to Prabhuji to the verse up to 26. 26. So you can see the 6.27. Today we'll discuss 6.27. So I welcome to all the online participants also. Yes, we have Pradeep Prabhu with us, Kamanda Dantana Prabhu, Priyanka Mataji, Sunika Mataji from Bangalore. So we welcome you all to the session today. So before we begin this today's discussion, so can you have some little bit recap of previous discussion? Whatever you have learned or whatever you have inspired you or whatever you have given some thoughts about that. अगर आप लोगों ने कुछ सोचा होगा उसके बारे में लास्ट क्लास फर्स्ट क्या ना ओके वेलकम यू हाँ व्हाट इज योर गुड नेम नेहा रेखा नेहा ओके वेलकम नेहा सो यू आर इन विच ईयर MSc or PhD BSc first year okay welcome so we have small forum to compare with the total mass of people so we are very small but still because this knowledge most are not interested to take so this is the reason like Srila Prabhupada also tells that if there is some sale of diamonds then very few will go purchase the diamond, isn't it? Because all will not have that much money to purchase that. So yeah, can we have some recap from please give the mic so that it will be useful for the
With determination and conviction, gradually we can fix our mind in trance self. Means we can control our mind gradually, not abruptly.
Yeah, very good. So the process is gradual process, isn't it? So, like Prabhuji also gave example of a little baby. He doesn't run suddenly. He takes very little. Yeah, she'll crawl or he'll crawl. Then she'll stand and she'll fall many times, and then after some time he will she'll walk properly or he will walk properly. Very good. It is gradual process. That means that we should be very much patient. We should have patience. If it is a gradual process, then we should have patience also, no? And we studied that we should have perseverance. Perseverance means doing something continuously without being discouraged. So we should have perseverance also. Very good. So it will take time, isn't it? Suppose, for example, we are chanting and we are not getting that test of chanting. I mean, it is not getting some releasement or happiness to me. That means it will take some time. So it should be very convinced. So Lord Krishna is giving some, message that it's not abrupt process. It will take time. And also regarding your mind control also, if you want to control your mind also, that is also not one day job. You have to. It will take some time. The gradual process. It's not like we'll chant the holy name and our mind will be controlled immediately. There is no immediate result. It will take time. For everything, like what has happened till our school days to here, it has taken so much time to come to this stage, isn't it? Otherwise, if we are discouraged by something, then we will not have come to this stage of our study also. Very good. Anything? Or apart from her, Anamika, whatever she told, any other thoughts you have? Like it is a gradual process, isn't it? Sangram, also got whatever we are doing, whether study or spiritual process, or so it is a gradual process. Yeah, आप कुछ बताना चाहेंगे apart from what she told? आप आवाज पास में लिखना है कि
in very regular manner and very, we should keep our mind in very strict rule and regulations.
Yeah. So first we learned that it is a gradual process. Suppose you want to control the gradual process, so it will take time. So that is convinced. We are convinced about that. Second part she told very good. You at least for the last 1 week you remember the analogy whatever Prabhuji has given or whatever it means. It has gone to your mind, isn't it? How it has come. Otherwise, you see many things you did from last Saturday to today Saturday. It has been one week. 1 week. So very good. So it shows that you have some interest, and that's so. I have seen her coming regularly to the classes, in spite of her busy schedule and all. So what she told that lion mind is like lion, and so it is dangerous, isn't it? Dangerous mind is lion means it is dangerous. So we are living with a lion, isn't it? So very dangerous. So we have to be cautious that otherwise it will kill us. It will kill us. So lion, and she told that how to control a lion. Like last time also we heard that lion is very ferocious animal, and how what is the man called who controls this? Don't remember who controls the lion? Ring master. Yeah, very good. Yes, remember ring master. So he is a lean and thin person compared to the lion, but what he does that he doesn't give him enough food what the lion requires. So he start giving less food to them. So lion become very big. So one of the way she told that we have to regulate the mind, isn't it? Like regulate means will not submit to the desire of mind, isn't it? Like a lion also needs so much food, so we'll also not will not what you call submit, will not surrender to what our mind dictates, isn't it? And what we should do, that has been, if some our spiritual authority, our teacher, they have suggested something, so we'll avoid by that rather than our own mind and intelligence. Because why? Because they are no better than us, and they're our well-wisher, provided they're our well-wisher. So we have to also see that whether they are our real well-wisher or not. So if they are telling something, then we should try to follow, because they have experience. They have more experience than us. Sometimes we think that we do not abide by their saying, their teaching. We think that I know better. I know what type of job I should go for, not my teacher what they are suggesting or what they are telling to me. Very good. So the second point we learned that should not submit to our mind's demand and desire. So we should see whatever teaching I am getting, is it is it mind according to that, or it is taking me away from my teaching or guidance, whatever I am getting. So there will be so much distraction and deviation. It will be there every time. So many things will be there. If you analyze your life properly, there will be so many distractions. But whether I'm suited for the particular job or not, that's also we should analyze that properly before going to. Otherwise, what will happen? We go to that particular job. We don't have that skill and knowledge to execute the particular job. What we'll do? Will not feel satisfied and will not be able to contribute. And we again try to do another job. So it will continue again. There are several examples in our cycle also we have seen. One job to second job, and lifetime will be over like this. So you should be very careful. Thank you very much. बहुत अच्छा. तो दो पॉइंट हमको ये मिला कि एक तो है कि हम whatever process we are following, it is a gradual process. If it is teaching or whatever you have in your job also, it is a gradual process. And second thing also, that will not submit to the desire and demand of our mind. So moving further, today we have 27th verse. So we'll recite this. So like previously also what we do, we recite the verse, Sanskrit slok, then word to word meaning, and we try to understand the translation. And by the purport, Prabhupada has given the purport. Purport means explanation of the translation, because simply by seeing the translation, it will not able to understand. So we'll discuss that. So just I will try to read the Sanskrit verse. So if you want to also recite, I don't remember. Previously, Prabhuji had given us some Sanskrit slok recitation also. So if you find that, we'll share with you also. Recitation, how we will decide, because most of the time we are not able to recite the verse properly. So our what we call seniors are there, Brahmachari also there. They have recited the verse very nicely. So we'll try to, whenever you have some time, you can just play that. You can keep on reciting the verse. You can hear. So I'll read this verse. praśānta-manasaṁ enam yoginam sukham uttamam upaiti śānta-rajasam brahma-bhūtam akalmaṣam praśānta-manasaṁ enam yoginam sukham uttamam upaiti śānta-rajasam brahma-bhūtam akalmaṣam praśānta-manasaṁ enam yoginam sukham uttamam upaiti śānta-rajasam brahma-bhūtam akalmaṣam. कौन वॉलंटियर पहले पढ़ेगा? आप लोग पढ़े.
praśānta-manasaṁ enam yoginam sukham uttamam upaiti śānta-rajasam brahma-bhūtam akalmaṣam.
Very good. Yeah. और कोई पढ़ी.
praśānta-manasaṁ
enam, hy,
enaṁ yoginam sukham uttamam upaiti śānta-rajasam brahma-bhūtam
akalmaṣam. पढ़िए एग्जाम पढ़ो सारा पढ़ो.
praśānta-manasaṁ yoginam sukham uttamam upaiti śānta-rajasam brahma-bhūtam
akalmaṣam. Yeah, अपन लिखेंगे. masuk कंप्लीट.
praśānta-manasaṁ enaṁ yoginam sukham uttamam upaiti śānta-rajasam brahma-bhūtam akalmaṣam.
From online participant, anybody want to recite? Yeah. So shall we put in here? My God. Will be, yeah, no problem. Anybody? Okay. I will move further. So what word, Sukham, you read? What word meaning? Yeah, maybe. Maybe. प्रशांत. देखो ये में ऊपर में है क्या ना लाइन प्रशांत आ है उसीलिए प्रशांत.
Peaceful, fixed on the lotus feet of Krishna.
Yes.
Manasam, whose mind he certainly. Enam, this yoginam, yogi. Sukham, happiness. Uttamam, the highest. Upaiti, attain. śānta-rajasam, is passion, pacified. Brahma-bhūtam, liberation by identification with the absolute. akalmaṣam, freed from all past sinful ways.
Yeah, thank you. Translation पढ़िए आप.
Translation. The yogi whose mind is fixed on me verily attains the highest perfection of transcendental happiness. He is beyond the mood of passion. He realizes his qualitative identity with the supreme, and thus he is freed from all reactions to past deeds. The yogi whose mind is fixed on me verily attains the highest perfection of transcendental happiness. He is beyond the mood of passion. He realizes his qualitative identity with the supreme, and thus he is freed from all reactions past deeds.
Thank you. So, you can see here, if you can divide this translation on 2-3 parts also. You see, first part is what is that? The yogi whose mind is fixed on me verily attains the highest perfection of transcendental happiness. So the first part is his mind is fixed. Previously also we read that, isn't it? That you should be very much determined whatever practice you are doing. So you should not be deviated. If you see the previous verses also, from wherever the mind, in the 26th verse you see, from wherever the mind wanders due to its flickering and unsteady nature, one must certainly withdraw it and bring it back under the control of the self. So nature of mind we know. What is the nature of mind? What is the nature of mind? Roaming here and there. No fixed. So no fixed. It means that if we are on the platform of the mind, we are in the mental platform, then there is no fixed. Nothing will be fixed. Neither our goal will be fixed, neither our practice will be fixed, neither our work will be fixed, nothing will be, neither our study will be fixed. If we are in the platform of mind, because the nature of the mind is flickering, it will not stay in the. But if you can bring it back, like it is, you know that I want to do some work, I want to study. From suppose, for example, from morning 6 to 8, I want to study. The determination you have. So you should be very much determined that I should study in that particular part. Then you should know that that part of the timing is very important for you, and you should be fixed in that. though the mind will tell so many things. अरे क्या बात है, हम तो शाम में भी पढ़ सकते हैं, लाइब्रेरी में जाके पढ़ सकता हूँ, कोई ऐसा थोड़ी ना है. तो ऐसे करके जो है will again degrade. But that we also discussed that gradual process. Gradually the determination will come gradually. And knowledge, it requires also knowledge, intelligence also. It requires why you should study in the morning. Why the mind also should accept. Na intelligence should tell that yes, mind, because morning hour is the most favorable hour to study. Like many students, they study in the night time. So night time becomes very difficult because whatever our experience also there, throughout the day we will be working or doing some work. There is so much hodgepodge in the mind. So in the morning it is very much peaceful. There is no extra effort to make the mind peaceful. So here you see the mind has become fixed because though it is flickering. So the yogi, what he has done, he is not allowing the mind to roam here and there, but he is trying it back to the fixed his goal. Whatever goal he has fixed. So for example, we make a goal, you have to study particular time in the morning, 6 to 8 hours, 6 to 8. So what will not submit to the mind mental dictation, but will try to fix particular time. Or some of that you are able to come in the morning hour. So that should be also fixed. I mean, you should manage. You should, like the Prabhupada tell that it's not that we should leave everything and come here. ऐसा नहीं करना. Prabhupada, if you read in the Bhagavad Gita, the introduction itself, he has told that you should mold your life in such a way that you can, we should remember Lord Krishna always. So, like molding our life, it's not like living something. We do not recommend anybody to live something. You need Sangram. I remember one time, so Sangram, I requested Sangram in the MS to please come with for our Braj Jatra. So next day, his chairperson, we didn't tell chairman. The lady teacher, we tell chairperson, isn't it? So she told that you are taking Sangram with you and you will be responsible for whatever. If something happened, that's in study and all. But he fail? He passed, and if you remember him recently, not recently, today only he gave me the news that he got qualified for DBT fellowship. So you can see the result, bad result you can see. So I told that there won't be any problem for that. So it's like molding his life. So he tried to mold his life, whatever possible he tried to follow. So Srila Prabhupada tell that you should mold your life in such a way that you should get some time for this practice, physical practice also. So like here we 727, the yogi whose mind is fixed. Now his mind is fixed on his goal, on me, in the Supreme Lord, whatever, and his teaching, and his teaching of his representative, verily attains the highest perfection of transcendental happiness. So happiness are two types. If it is transcendental happiness, there will be material happiness also. Material happiness means like eating, sleeping, mating, and defending. Four things. Eating, we can try to eat some good things. Sleeping, we try to enjoy by sleeping. Sex life, and defending means you are always engaged in working so much hard to secure yourself, properly secure yourself. This much only. You are getting happiness from this much only. But that is not the highest. You see, you don't know the highest perfection of transcendental happiness. So there is one more happiness, that is transcendental means which is not on a bodily platform. These four things, eating, sleeping, and mating and defending, they are called as in the bodily platform. Bodily. For body you are doing everything. If you analyze that. But there is another happiness, you can call it a spiritual happiness also. And that is beyond the matter, isn't it? Our soul is beyond the matter. Spirit and matter. So that is beyond the matter. So the happiness is beyond the matter. You are not deriving any happiness from the matter. You are more interested in the spirit. Like we chant in the morning hour. That is by that we will get spiritual happiness. By that we get spiritual happiness. So you are telling your mind that I don't want to sleep and I don't want to sleep more. At least I want to get some time to chant one round at least. Like I am getting at 8 o'clock or 7 o'clock. So better whatever time I need for sleeping, that much I will sleep. It is not that will not fulfill the demand of the mind, will not sleep. That is not recommended, but sleep as much as you need. Like Srila Prabhupada tell that keep your body and soul together. You work or you eat so that you keep your body and soul together to be healthy, not overeating. That is not recommended for a yogi. So for transcendental happiness, there is higher happiness, higher than this matter. And one more understanding of transcendental happiness means that happiness that is increasing, that is increasing, like spiritual happiness, that will not what you call saturated. Saturated. There is no saturation. You have remember or not? Whenever you will do some kirtan or what, we'll feel like this doing more and more kirtan. We don't feel like ho gaya kirtan. I don't want more than that. Or sometimes we discuss about Bhagavad Gita, but we don't see time, but it has become 9 o'clock. Many times you have experienced that. Because that is, we are on the, we are touching some spirit. Little bit about touching spirit, spiritual happiness we are getting. Or transcendental happiness. He is beyond the mode of passion. He realizes his quality identity with the Supreme. The second point, he is beyond the mode of passion. Passion means there are 3 modes. Passion, ignorance, and goodness. If you go from the lower mode, first is goodness is the highest, then your passion, then last is the ignorance. So all these modes have different characteristics. If somebody is in the mode of ignorance, he will be very much sleepy. He will feel so much sleep that we will see so many persons sleeping 9 hours, 10 hours, 12 hours they will sleep. So they are in the mode of ignorance. And passion means and they will not be satisfied with anything. So much desire, so much hankering. किसी से उनको satisfaction नहीं मिलेगा. So much hankering. And goodness means he's peaceful and he's in knowledge. He knows what is the value of life, what is the mission of human form of life. So he's beyond the mode of passion. वो passion से भी above. Transcendental मतलब होता है कि वो जितना जो modes होता है, तीनों modes, वो उससे above होता है वो. तो transcendental में कोई अगर if somebody has come to the transcendental platform, so everything in his life will be fixed. There is no change, no change. Or at least once if one comes to the goodness also, that is required, minimum requirement for the practitioner to come to the mode of goodness. So something will be fixed in your life. There is no much variation. If one is passion, then there will be so much variation in it. That is no fix. Because he will be hankering for more and more. So one more understanding transcendental means he is beyond these three modes. So there is no variation in his life. Then he realizes his qualitative identity with the Supreme. Like if you see here, one word is there, Brahma-bhūtam. So there are two bhūtam. Bhūtam means ghost nahi hai. Bhūtam means there are 2 type of stage. One is Brahma-bhūta, one is Jiva-bhūta. In Jiva-bhūta, they are in the bodily platform. Bodily platform. जो लोग bodily platform में bodily enjoyment के ऊपर ज़्यादा वो focus करते हैं. And Brahma-bhūta means he identifies himself with the spirit, spiritual. So he knows that he is the spirit soul, and he is a part of the supreme soul, supreme spirit, supreme Lord. So he identifies himself with the supreme spirit or soul. He doesn't identify with the matter. Even, because in our stage, what we identify, we ourselves identify with the body. Why? How do we know? How do we know, Prabhu, that whether we are identifying with our body or whether we are identifying with our soul, spirit? We can take like this. Like we discussed the 2, Brahma-bhūta and Jiva-bhūta. So how do I know whether I am in the Jiva-bhūta or Brahma-bhūta? Bodily demand. Bodily demand. To make our body comfort and to have more enjoyment on the bodily level. Whatever enjoyment I want to do in bodily level. So we are in the Jiva-bhūta. So here Brahma-bhūta. You see here the word, it is written. Brahma-bhūta. So he identifies himself with the supreme spirit, a spirit. The sea, another part. And thus he is free from the all reaction to past deeds. So we have done so many work. So like so many, there are some of the work we have done. Pious work. Pious means according to the scripture or shastra. That is called pious work. Some of the work which is against this scripture, that is impious work. Like karma and vikarma. Karma means we have done some work based upon the what you call scripture. And vikarma means against the scripture. Some sinful, that is sinful. Paap kaam jisko bolte hain. Punya, pious or punya. And there is akarma also, which is beyond karma and vikarma. That is akarma. Akarma means any work which has been done for the pleasure of the Supreme. Like why we have come here. Sometimes it gives up some pleasure, sometimes it doesn't give also. But we are not under the control of our mind. We have telling our mind that let me go to the class, let me hear what Lord Krishna is speaking, not Dr. Dolamani is speaking. What I will speak. Like Srila Prabhupada is speaking, we are trying to understand from his point of view. Srila Prabhupada is the pure devotee of the Supreme Lord. So we'll see the purport. So Srila Prabhupada, so you see, understand the translation. First, his mind is fixed. In the first sentence, you see. Second, he is attaining the transcendental happiness, not the material happiness. Third, he is beyond the mode of passion, because he is beyond the mode of goodness and ignorance also, because he is transcendental. Transcendental, you understand, no? Beyond matter, above matter. Then he realizes his qualitative identity, the Supreme. Qualitative identity, समझते हैं? मतलब we are qualitatively one the Supreme Lord. His spirit, he is eternal. We are also eternal. Eternal means there is no end. There is no beginning, no end. That is eternal. So it has been written in the Bhagavad Gita, second chapter, that we don't have birth, neither we have. If there is no birth, then there is no death. So na jayate na mriyate va kadachit. हम लोग never we have taken birth, never will die. So if you can imagine, if you know that you will never die, you will have any fear? No fear. Why there is fear? Because we identify that we are body, and body means you will die. So you will not see any spiritualist, they will hear about the body. Like we have heard about, I don't know whether he was a spiritualist or Socrates. When he was given the philosopher, he was a philosopher, no? When he was given poison, he told that he drank it. Ma'am, I will not be killed. Is it also? You can add this. Anybody have? No problem. Let it be. So, second thing, he is beyond the matter of passion. He realized qualitatively. I was telling about the qualitative. So, qualitatively, we are one the Supreme. Like, for example, if it is a gold mine and like particular gold, we are like particular gold, but the Supreme Lord is a gold mine. But the nature is same. Like similarly, Lord is eternal, we also eternal. Like Sat Chit Anand. There are the qualities of the soul is Sat. Sat means eternal. There is no beginning, no end. Chit means is full of knowledge. But we cannot say we are as knowledgeable as the Supreme Lord. And Anand also, we are blissful. As a spiritual, we are always blissful. One who is in a spiritual platform is always blissful. Because why is blissful and why we are seeking happiness? Because our nature is actually blissful. Blissful समझते हैं? Blissful मतलब जो happiness का बहुत ज़्यादा happiness को bliss कहा जाता है. बहुत ज़्यादा happiness. क्योंकि because our nature is happy, we are always happy. So we are seeking happiness in this material world. But because our nature is happiness, we're full of happiness. But we cannot say compared to the Supreme Lord. So qualitatively we one, but quantitatively he is so much what you call supreme, and we are, I mean, particularly we can say, like Bibhu, we call in the Sanskrit we'll tell Bibhu and Anu, like particle, atomic particle, and he's so much supreme. Like this is, so here what he has realized, he is qualitatively same with the Supreme, not quantitatively. Then again, thus he is free from the all reaction to past deed. Then we will also discuss that how he is free from the reaction of his past deed. Like purport will study. You are on the purport, you see. Brahma-bhūta is the state of being free from the material contamination. We can understand this. He is free from the material contamination, material modes, bodily conception. He is free from this bodily conception, and situated in the transcendental service of the Lords. So, because he is free from the material bodily conception, because he is identifying himself with the soul, so he is serving the Supreme Lord. He doesn't identify with the body. So he is serving the Supreme Lord because he identifies with the Supreme Soul or Spirit. Like transcendental service, you see, not here also you see transcendental means above the three modes or above the bodily platform. Mad-bhaktiṁ labhate parām. So it is in the 18th chapter. You see, there is same verse. Like there it is written that Brahma-bhūta praśānta-manasaṁ na suchate na kaṅksati. Sama sarvesu bhutesu mad-bhakti labhate parām. The meaning is that if one comes to the Brahma-bhūta, he is praśānta-atma. He is full of happiness. Praśānta-atma. So the praśānta-atma, we read it, prasan. Here we read, praśānta. Praśānta means peaceful. Praśānta-atma means he is happy, full of joy. Na sochati na kaṅksati. Joy कब आएगा? ना सोचती मतलब वो कुछ हो, if something he has lost, so he will not lament. Lament समझते? Lament means I lost something, but I am thinking that oh I lost that. And na kaṅksati, neither he is hankering for something. So if you hanker something and if you lament something, then where is the happiness? If you are lamenting for something you have lost, then you are in that state. Oh, I lost something here. I lost something, and you are whatever you have, you are not satisfied with that. You are hankering more and more. Where is that happiness? Where is that satisfaction? But one who has come to the Brahma-bhūta, and he doesn't lament for this, and he always engaged in the service of the Supreme Lord. Then how he comes to this stage? Again, you see. One can you take one more book, Anil? We have sufficient book. You take. Welcome. Yeah, English. What ले लीजिए आप? Hindi okay. One cannot remain in the quality of Brahman or the absolute. Brahman is something spirit, spiritual platform, or the absolute, until one's mind is fixed on the lotus feet of the Lord. Like I told, how one should come to the stage of Brahman or transcendental happiness. So, like our teacher, His Grace Pandapram Prabhuji, he many times tell that, like Srila Prabhupada doesn't keep something particular unanswered. Like we studied, you might be thinking, oh my God, how I should come to the Brahma-bhūta platform? How I should come to the transcendental happiness, material happiness? But Prabhupada gives, if you see, read his purport, he gives solution also. He doesn't what do you call diagnose the problem, but he gives a solution also. So you see now you will see that one cannot remain in the quality of Brahman. Brahman, you can say, is the transcendental platform, until one mind is fixed on the lotus feet of the Lord. Until our mind is fixed, and we studied great detail about how to fix our mind, isn't it? And fixing our mind on the lotus feet of the Lord. Lotus feet of the Lord, it doesn't mean only that when thinking, oh, I should always think of the lotus feet of the Lord. Lotus feet समझते हैं भगवान के जो चरण कमल बोलते हैं. लोटस फीट मतलब कमल और फीट मतलब जो है कमल, ये क्या बोलते हैं उसको, चरण. तो ऐसा नहीं होगा कि हम लोग बस we should only think of the lotus feet of the Lord. Oh, I am thinking of the lotus feet of the Lord. No, we should serve Him first. Then also that answer also will come. The second issue will come. how it is written. Sabe manah kṛṣṇa-padāravindayoḥ. I think some of you were there when Prabhuji discussed this verse. I will take you to this verse also. Like now we are thinking that how I should think of the lotus feet of the Lord, my mind, isn't it? One should come to the brahma-bhūtam or transcendental proper until and unless his mind is fixed. Your mind should be fixed. Then we'll see. I will go to that particular verse. Oh God, already came. I will just read that. So you can go to that. Now 6.18. 6.18. 6.18. Yeah, online or participant also, you can go to the 6.18 verse. And it is sloka, one sloka is there, first paragraph, and that is sloka, isn't it? 6.18. 6th chapter, 18 verse. 6th chapter, 18 verse. Previous, हम लोग अभी पढ़ रहे हैं ना, तो पीछे पीछे कर लीजिए. 18 देखिए 18 का purport में जाइए. You go to the purport, 18 purport. That is first paragraph, isn't it? First paragraph और श्लोका है, isn't it? तो श्लोका में थोड़ा पढ़ लेता हूँ. सवे मनः कृष्ण-पदारविन्दयोः वाचांसि वैकुंठ गुणानुवर्णने. या यू गॉट? या सब लोग हैं, अनुवादी है. देखिए श्लोक है ना. सवे मनः कृष्ण-पदारविन्दयोः वाचांसि वैकुंठ गुणानुवर्णने. देखिए आप सब मिल जाते. देखिए 6.18 में जाइए. 6.18 क्या है आपका? ये आप कहते हो उसका पर्पट में जाइए. पर्पट में ये है आपका फर्स्ट पैराग्राफ का श्लोक है. मैं पढ़ रहा हूँ. देखिए पहला श्लोक है. सवे मनः कृष्ण-पदारविन्दयोः वाचांसि वैकुंठ गुणानुवर्णने करो हरेर मंदिर मार्जनादिषु श्रुतिम चक्रायुच्युत सब कथोदय. तो डिफिकल्ट है पर मैं उसका मीनिंग मैं बताना चाहता था आपको. Like the 27 what we are studying, like one cannot remain in the quality of Brahman or the absolute until one mind is fixed on the lotus feet of the Lord. So what is the example of fixed his mind on the lotus feet of the Lord? You see here, his name is Amrish Maharaj. He is a devotee of the Supreme Lord. So how he has like any problem? Okay, it is okay, sorry. So how he has fixed his mind? You see the below the Sanskrit slope. You see, you can take one book. You see in the upper slope, one purport is there. You read Anamika. You take the mic. You read that. Yeah, that one.
King Ambarisha first of all engaged his mind on the lotus feet of Lord Krishna. Then, one after another, he engaged his words in describing the transcendental qualities of the Lord, his hands in mopping the temple of the Lord, his ears in hearing the activities of the Lord, his eyes in seeing the transcendental forms of the Lord, his body in touching the bodies of the devotees, his sense of smell in smelling the scents of the lotus flowers offered to the Lord, his tongue in tasting the tulsi leaf offered to the lotus feet of the Lord, his legs in going to places of pilgrimage and the temple of the Lord, his head in offering obeisances unto the Lord, and his desires in executing the mission of the Lord. All these transcendental activities are quite befitting in a pure devotee.
Got my point? Like we saw here, how he's able to serve the Lord. So if you see in the next line also, to be always engaged in the transcendental loving service of the Lord, or to remain in Krishna consciousness, is to be actually liberated from the modes of passion and all material contamination. So his mind is fixed in the how he will serve the Lord. So we saw the service, how one can serve the Lord. So there are different way. Simple way, if you are coming here, if I am coming here, I will pay obeisance to the Supreme Lord. एक दंडवत कर लूंगा. जो मेल है उनको पूरा साष्टांग दंडवत करते हैं हम लोग पूरे. पर जो फीमेल है वो उनको पंचांग करते हैं हम लोग. Like you also do. That is Panchang Pranam. So we can do obeisance to the Supreme Lord. And sometimes when we do, we have not started the Mangalarti here. So when we do, we give you flower, you just smell. In temple also they give you some flower to smell. It's very good, no? Smell very fragrant flower you can smell. Then tulsi leaf also, if offered to the Lord, I think you have also seen, they will give tulsi leaf to taste. And what others? Many are there. Many are there. Like what we are doing in our words, we are describing the quality of the Lord. His messages we are describing. His hand is mopping the temple. Sometime we can clean this. I'm not telling you to clean actually, but if somebody wants, he can clean this also. Clean this also. And his ears in hearing the activities of the Lord. Like we are hearing about the Supreme Lord's activities. So what now Lord is giving message to the Arjuna, na? For through Arjuna he is giving to us. We are hearing that also. His body in touching the bodies of the devotees. Then his eyes in seeing the transcendental form of the Lord. देखिए भगवान का जो हम लोग प्रेम है, भगवान प्रेम नहीं है बस भगवान ही भगवान है, वो प्रेम के रूप में हम लोगों को उनका वो मर्सी है उनका. It is his mercy that he has come in this form so that we can see him. It is his mercy. It's not a frame here. We don't offer food to the frame, isn't it? आप कभी किसी फ्रेम को कैसे ऑफर करेंगे कोई फूड? It's like Supreme Lord here. Then the senses smell, smelling the scent of lotus flower offered to the Lord. His tongue in tasting the tulsi leaf offered to the lotus feet of the Lord. His leg in going to the place of pilgrimage and the temple of the Lord. His head in offering obeisance to the Supreme Lord. And his desire in the mind, it is their desire to execute the mission of the Lord. Like Lord has some mission. What missions Lord has? So that we should not be suffering in this material world. We should not be suffering in the material. No father wants that his son should be suffered. So he wants that we should be happy. So this is the reason he is giving this message to us, that how we can be happy in this material world, and at last we can go back to his abodes. So like this only. All of the Supreme Lord, all the form. If you see in that 27, you go to 27 also. Or to remain in Krishna consciousness, we can say, this is the meaning of this, is to be factually liberated from the mode of passion. So in this stage, we are not in the lower mode. When we are serving the Lord, but that service should be also according to the instruction of a devotee or representative of the Supreme Lord. Like last class also we discussed that if we are here, we should be guided by our guide. He's a representative of director, you can say, or government, you can say. So we should follow whatever his instruction is there. So if you want to serve the Lord, then some representative of the Supreme Lord should be there to guide you. Otherwise, if you do of your own, that I'm doing this, but it cannot be called as service. You can tell that, no, Prabhuji, I want to get up at 2 o'clock and I want to chant the holy name. Then you will sleep throughout day. Neither you can study also properly. So for you, you sleep as much as sleep you can do, and you read, and whatever time you can get, come here and chant 1 2 round initially. So he is factually liberated from the mode of passion and all material contamination. He is not in the mode of passion, ignorance, and goodness. All he is free from the bodily contamination also. And one more thing is that he is free from all reaction to this past deed. So if we surrender to the Supreme Lord, surrender means what? Can anyone explain what is surrender? Surrender क्या होता है? संजना? माइक दे दीजिए. बोल रहा वही, ऐसा नहीं कि हम ये हम गन ले आए और सरेंडर, वो सरेंडर नहीं है. सरेंडर मतलब होता है कि we are not surrendering to our mind, but we are surrendering to the teaching of the Supreme Lord. So if we do that, then whatever work we are doing, it will not give any reaction to that. That is called akarma. And whatever work we already did, whatever some sinful work already, that reaction will come. That will come. It's not like it will be. If you totally surrender, then you can be free from whatever reactions are there. But if you do not do that, whatever you surrender, but if you surrender to the Supreme Lord, the reaction will come. That will very little will come to you. Like a devotee is always happy. Why? Like sometimes we get some reaction and something we get reaction करते कुछ दुख आ रहा है हम लोगों के लाइफ में इसका मतलब हम लोगों ने कुछ गलत किया होगा कुछ the devotee think that it is my bad deed what I did in the previous life or in this life, but because of the Supreme Lord that reaction what it would have come, but it is coming less. So what you are getting, whatever I am getting, whatever suffering I am getting, it is less because of the Supreme Lord only. Whatever we have done in the previous life, the reaction will come, but it will come less today because we are trying to follow the Supreme Lord. So, like in translation, we studied that he is free from the all reaction of the past deed. So he is free. Why? Because he is trying to surrender to the Supreme Lord. So in nutshell, this is the message. So the message is that if we fix on the service of the Supreme Lord, how by fixing our mind, then we can come to the transcendental platform, and we can get the real transcendental happiness. So now what is the time? Already we are reaching the 9. So if you have any more to, I mean, whatever comments or whatever things you have in your mind, so that also we can have, so that we can go much deeper to this verse. A little bit I try to what you call try to explain that based upon whatever I have thought. So you can also continue if anybody wants to speak. Yeah. आप बताइए कुछ आपको कुछ समझ में आया या नहीं आया बिल्कुल जीरो. Yes, everything is there in the purport. If you see, if you read properly Prabhupada's purport, everything will be there. Like we studied here, what is the Brahma-bhūta, how one can come to the stage of Brahma-bhūta, what is transcendental happiness, how one can come to the transcendental happiness, and how one can free from his reaction of his past deed. So you should be convinced that it's not like that. Whatever you have done, the reaction will not come if I come to the Krishna consciousness. If I start serving the Lord, Supreme Lord, that whatever bad thing I did or sinful act I did, that reaction will not come. That is not like that. That reaction will come, but that will come less to us. By the mercy of Allah. That should be very clear. Otherwise, what will happen? I think that now I have come to Krishna consciousness, and whatever bad thing I will do, I have done, that will be neutralized. No, not like that. Not like that. By mercy of the Lord, the reaction will come very less. So that should be our what you call knowledge or intelligence, whatever. आप कुछ बताना चाहेंगे और कोई कुछ हाँ बताइए कुछ बताइए ना.
जैसे कि we are part of Supreme Lord or Paramatma, then with God's mercy we can do anything. If we have determination, then we can achieve anything in life.
Yes.
But if we are part of Paramatma, but still we get 1% quality of Him, means we cannot control our mind. Means मेरा बोलने the Paramatma का part है, but still थोड़ा सा भी मतलब उनका quality नहीं है हमें. So कैसे at least mind control भी हम कैसे?
Yeah, very good question. If we are part and parcel of we are part of the Lord, then why we are not able to control this mind? We can control this mind. You see here the way He has given. So if we identify ourselves with the Supreme Lord, if we are part and parcel of the Lord, He is giving the way how to control that. We ourselves cannot control. Our mind, we cannot control. Why we cannot control? That we studied in the last class also. Like in Bhagavad-gīta 7th chapter, Lord tells that Humirapo analobhayo ham manar buddhirevacha ahankara ityam me bhinna prakriti ashtadha. So this mind, intelligence, ego, and earth, air, water, fire, ether, this and mind, intelligence, ego, they are my separated energy, isn't it? So, like if somebody's property, somebody, his the owner, if you see in the previous verse, it is there. The previous verse also, no? Like here, you see, Alamika, you see the previous verse, 26th verse, the transcendental, you see here, the transcendental sense happiness, like see here. Senses are engaged in the service of the Rishikesha, or supreme honor of the senses. You see in the middle of the purport. You read that. Read that. Yeah. Use mic.
In transcendental sense happiness, the senses are engaged in the service of Rishikesha, or the supreme owner of the senses, Krishna.
Bas. So who is the owner of the senses? And also we read the mind also, as I told from that verse. So if he is the owner of the mind and senses, will whatever you do, whatever way you do, if your act is not aligning to the instruction of the Supreme Lord, then you cannot do control. Like for example, simple lalgi. जैसे कि suppose I stay in a rented house, so the ground floor, one owner is there, they have one dog. So every time I enter to our staircase, it will bark. But if the owner, if he tells, then the dog doesn't bark. That he remains silent. Because he is the owner and he abides by the owner. It's simple logic. So, like you told now, we are qualitatively same with the Supreme Lord. But if we identify the Supreme Lord, if we follow his instruction, then like simply by thinking that you are soul, that is not sufficient. It is not sufficient. But you should act as a soul because you are part and parcel of the Supreme Lord. You are subordinate to the Supreme Lord, isn't it? Supreme, as you told, that Supreme Soul or Super Soul. You are subordinated to them. Subordinate means what? Whatever he is giving instruction, you should follow. If you follow, then your mind will be controlled. Otherwise, no. Does that satisfy your answer? Very good question. If Lord is supreme, and then if we are part of him, then this mind, actually we are if you see, we are superior to the mind actually. But the problem with us, we are identifying us with the mind. This is the problem. Otherwise, our spirit soul, I told you, this is beyond matter. And your mind intelligence, this is come under matter. The problem is that this is our fault, that we are identifying with the mind. But you are superior because you are part of Supreme. You are higher than mind. You can control your mind, provided if you identify with the Supreme Soul. Like for example, if a son of the rich person, if he want, he can क्या बोलते हैं उसको बर्बाद हो सकता है, mislead कह सकता है ना, because he has all the opportunity. So Lord has given also all opportunity. Yeah, given or not, Lord has given you best to best institute, best to best mess, all hygienic, everything. Lord is giving opportunity to understand Bhagavad Gita also, isn't it? He's giving his prasadam also. He's giving the devotee association also. I'm not devotee, but Srila Prabhupada association also. So he's giving it, isn't it? But if you identify with that, our mind will be controlled. Let's see, some of them, some of our group members, they are coming to the morning. How they are coming? If you analyze, they are not under the control of the mind, isn't it? They are telling their mind that no, I want to go to Mesa. So he has recommended to chant one round. Let me try. So slowly they are trying to control the mind. Because why? Because they are not following me. They are following Prabhuji. Prabhuji following whom? His Guru Maharaj. Guru Maharaj is following his Prabhupada. Prabhupada is following his Supreme Lord. Your mind will be controlled. It's a matter of time only. you will be regulated and your mind will be controlled. You have some regulation in your life, because if they want to come here, I think they must have some management, na? Some management you require. If I sleep up late night, then how can I get up and come to the mess and chant the holy name? For me also, if I sleep late, how can I get up and come to the mess? Very good question. If we are spirit soul, if we are our Father is so much supreme and he is so much qualified, then why we are suffering? We are suffering because of our own what you call own will, free will. You have given free will. Free will समझते हैं? आपके पास choice है ना? आप यहाँ पे नहीं भी आओगे तो आपको कोई बोलेगा कि क्यों नहीं आया ना यहाँ पे, कोई नहीं बोलेगा. But you have exercised your free will according to the instruction of the Supreme Lord. That Lord is, I want to understand the message of the Lord, and by that I want to control, mind will be controlled. मेरे ख्याल से this is the answer. But I have heard from my senior, the Lord. सिंपल है, यहाँ पे कुछ कंफ्यूजन है. अगर देखिए प्रीवियस वर्सेस में ओनर ऑफ द सेंस लिखा हुआ है कि नहीं, अगर फिर हमको उसमें नहीं मानेंगे तो फिर हम सोचेंगे कि चलो मैं यूट्यूब में कोई सेमिनार देख के मैं माइंड कंट्रोल करूंगा, तो कैसे होगा? नहीं होगा, वो होगा ही नहीं कभी. माइंड कंट्रोल आप यहाँ आओगे तो एक राउंड चैंट करोगे ना, उसमें धीरे धीरे देखिएगा आपका माइंड आपके वो सबनेट बनते जाएगा. वो फॉर एग्जाम्पल मैं अगर सोचूं, प्रभु जी मैंने रिक्वेस्ट किया कि थोड़ा मैं कुछ एंगेजमेंट है मेरा, आप क्लास लीजिए, मैं सोचूंगा कि मैं क्या पढ़ा पाऊंगा वहां पे, मैं तो नहीं आ पाता ना इधर ही, तो मैं क्या पढ़ाऊंगा? मैं तो जो प्रभुपाद जी लिखा हुआ है हम उसी को ही बार बार समझने का कोशिश कर रहे हैं, और वही मैन है, एक्चुअली वही है. हमको कहीं दूसरी जगह भटकना जरूरत नहीं है, इसके अंदर सब कुछ है. कहीं आपको जो है उसने कुछ बोल दिया, उसका किसने कुछ वे, they have given some way to control my mind, like they are doing some yoga meditation. You see here, you do whatever meditation you do, but your mind will not be controlled, because the solution is here. Because owner is somebody else and you are trying to be the owner. No way. Owner can, if you follow the owner, it will be controlled. So thank you. Because of your question, we also have got this message that simply by our own endeavor, we cannot control the mind. So we should abide whatever the Supreme Lord is teaching through his representative. So thank you very, very much for coming, and you try to come every time so we can discuss this. Yes, thank you. Let me know.